Boo! It's officially spooky season here on my channel, and so today I wanted to talk about Halloween costume ideas. And I have got so many ideas. I've got everything from solo costumes to duo costumes to group costumes, everything from creepy costumes to cute costumes to funny costumes to pop culture references. So stay tuned because I've got anything you could think of. And I've done a couple Halloween costume videos in the past, so if you want more inspiration, definitely check those out. But with all that said, let's jump right into it. First, I'm gonna start with more generic kind of costumes before moving to pop culture costumes. So first, we have the Princess and the Pea. This one can be a really cute solo costume. You dress as a princess and hold like a pea plushie, or you can make it into a duo costume, dress as a princess, and have your partner be the pea. I think that could be really fun and cute as well. Next, there's Joan of Arc. I think this one is really cool and badass. Great solo costume. You can be Medusa. This one's also really cool as a solo costume, but if you want to make it a duo costume, you could be Medusa and a stone man. You could be Bob Ross and a happy little tree, or Bob Ross and a paintbrush, or Bob Ross and a canvas, or something like that. Or you could just be Bob Ross if you're going solo. Or you could do a siren and a drowned sailor. I always thought this one would be a really cool and kind of creepy idea, but you could still look really pretty as a siren. You could be a beekeeper and a bee, or you could go the Ren Fair route and be a plague doctor and a plague rat, and then you could reuse this costume if you go to the Ren Fair. Or for another Ren Fair-esque costume, you could be a medieval princess and a knight. You could be a marionette or a puppet. This one would be really cute. You could basically dress up like a doll, have some strings attached to you, and maybe a headband with the little puppet holder thing, and you could draw some puppet lines on your face for your makeup. I think that'd be really cute. I've seen a lot of like children's book inspired ones that I think are really cute. So one is the Rainbow Fish, and side note, I think the Rainbow Fish is such an unfair story because why did he have to share parts of himself when he didn't want to? Like, I know he was being selfish in the beginning, but like, I don't know if that's the best moral of the story, like give parts of yourself away so that people like you. But I digress. The Rainbow Fish would still be a cute costume. Or you could be the Very Hungry Caterpillar. That would be also a really cute one. Or Fancy Nancy. Or maybe you could be a mouse and a cookie. So if you give a mouse a cookie, or whatever your favorite children's book is, you can get creative with that one. Chicken Little is another fun one I've been seeing lately. I think this one's really cute. You could be a ringmaster of a circus. This one looks really cool. You could be like a ringmaster and an acrobatics person, or you could have a whole group and be like different circus members and you guys can collectively be a traveling circus. I think that'd be a really fun idea. Someone could be like a bearded lady, someone could be a strongman. There's so many ideas for a circus. You could be a Lala Loopsy doll. This one looks really cute, kind of Coraline-esque. You could be Strawberry Shortcake, or you could make it a whole group thing and be Strawberry Shortcake's gang, all different fruit themes. You could be a calico critter and have like little animal ears and dress kind of cottagecore-y. You could make this a duo or group thing as well. You could be a little Sylvanian family. You could be a Sunny Angel or a Smisky. This would be really cute. Sunny Angels would be really cute with the little angel wings and the little like hats. I love the idea of vintage costumes in general. So you could be like a vintage black cat or a retro alien or a clown or something like that. I think vintage Halloween is like the best form of Halloween. A little 2000s nostalgia here, but you could be a Furby, or you could be a Lisa Frank cheetah. I think this one would be really cute. Like you could do rainbow cheetah print makeup. That would be so fun to do. I really like this idea and I might do this myself. You could be a love bug. I think this one would be really cute. Or puns in general. I think there's a lot of really fun costumes you could do with puns. You could be a mime. This would also be a really fun one for the makeup. You could be a voodoo doll. This one would be really cool. I haven't really seen this one before, but you could have like pins stuck in you all around your body. That would be really fun. You could be a weeping angel. That would be really fun with the makeup too. All the face paint and body paint. Or a biblically accurate angel with all the eyes on you and the cool wings. That would be really fun to make if you want to go the DIY route. You could be a morning Victorian ghost, so a white dress, messy hair, and like running makeup like you've been crying. That would be really cool. A gargoyle, kind of similar to the weeping angel idea. Or a garden gnome. That would be a really fun and cute one with the little cone hats. You could be a Venus flytrap, and you could go pretty dark with it with the makeup and like special effects, or you can go more like pretty ethereal with it. There's different options here. You could be a moth and a lamp. This is a fun couples or duo costume. You could be a pincushion. This one I've been seeing a little bit on Pinterest, and I think this is a really cute idea, especially if you're a crafty person. Or you could be a sacrificial lamb, and this one would be really cute. You could dress up as a lamb and make it a little bit bloody and gory. Now I'm gonna get into a little bit more of pop culture ideas. So first is you can be those AI fruit videos, like AI fruit, Love Island, and those like really cringy, horrible AI videos. I think that'd be kind of funny.
What have you done, Mortimer? Go away from here, flatulence woman!
You could be Hat Zendaya, and if you want to make it a couple's costume, you could be Spider-Man and Hat Zendaya. I think that would be kind of funny and niche. You could be Colonel Sanders and a chicken. So one of you dresses as Colonel Sanders and the other one dresses as either a live chicken or a fried chicken, whichever you feel is best. You want to make it a little bit more Filipino for my fellow Filipinos out there. You could be Jollibee, and you could be Jollibee at a Chicken Joy. I think that would be a fun one. You could be the Bulldog Noodle mascot. I don't even know if this guy has a name, but I think he'd be a really fun and definitely recognizable character. You could be Bucky's, the Bucky's chipmunk guy. That'd be a fun one. This one I saw a lot a year or two ago, but I still think it's really cute. But you could be Bibble from the Barbie movies. If you watch The Boys, you could be the Deep and an octopus. Kind of cursed, but I think it's funny. You could be White Chicks, classic movie, very funny. You could be Rock Lee from Naruto, always a hit. If you watch Smiling Friends, you could be the Boss and Alan, or Pim and Charlie, or you could just be Gleb. Is anyone else really sad that Smiling Friends ended? I freaking love that show. And if you haven't watched it, I don't know if I can recommend it because the humor is definitely different, but if you know, you know. A little bit of a throwback, but you can be Nyan Cat. This one's really cute. You could have a little rainbow trail behind you. You could be Rango. I haven't really seen this one a lot, but you can have kind of that orange like Hawaiian shirt and a Western theme. I think that would be really cute. If you want more of a baddie vibe, you can be Britney Spears, but specifically with the snake around her neck. I think that one's a really cute and sexy one. If you want something more on par with what went viral this year, you could be Jimothy, or you could be Punch the Monkey and have a little plush monkey along with you. You could be Cooking Mama. This one's really cute. I haven't seen a lot of people do this one, and it looks pretty easy. You just need like the apron and the bandana, and then maybe some like chef tools. Or you could be Tomodachi Life's Hugh Morris. I think this one would be really cute. Dress up in like that little clown costume and do the pose where you're like, I feel more like myself. If you watch Project Hail Mary, you could be Rocky and Grace. That one would be a fun one. I also think we'll see a lot of the Odyssey themed costumes this year, so a lot of Greek myth themed costumes, Greek gods and goddesses. Or you could be a Love Island cast member. This Kenzie jersey fit has been really popular. I think we'll see that a little bit. And you can have like the water bottle with your name on it and a mic pack on you. That would be a fun one. Now for some Disney Channel throwbacks, you could be London and Maddie, or Hannah Montana, and you can make it a dual costume if you could be Hannah Montana and Lola. Or you could be Sharpay and Ryan. I did this one with my friend a couple years ago, and this one was really fun. We learned the whole dance to what I've been looking for. Or you could be the Disney Channel games. I haven't seen this one a lot, so I think this one would be really cool and recognizable, and it looks pretty easy to DIY. You could be Doofenshmirtz and or Perry. You could be Celia and Mike Wazowski, or just Celia. I think she's a baddie on her own. You could be Shark Boy and Lava Girl, Kuzco from Emperor's New Groove, or Yzma and Kronk. I also did Yzma and Kronk with my husband a couple years ago, and that one was so fun too. I love costumes where it's just like the perfect amount of niche, but it's still like fun or funny. Or you could be Wally and Eve. You could be Cabbage Man from The Last Airbender, or if you want to make it a couple's costume, you could be Cabbage Man and a cabbage. You could be the skeleton Ma asking about chocolate on Spongebob, or you could be Handsome Squidward. That one would definitely be a hit. That one's really funny. You could be Plankton and Karen. Me and my husband did this one last year, and that was a blast, and we ran into a Patrick and Spongebob, which was funny. There's a lot of SpongeBob characters you can be, and it's such a good one because a lot of people watch SpongeBob, a lot of people know SpongeBob, so it's very recognizable but funny. Like you could be Dennis and King Neptune's daughter. This one I saw recently, and this one was really fun and very niche. Or you could be Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. That one's very recognizable and fun. You could also be Chip Skylark and Vicky from Fairly Odd Parents. This one looks pretty easy to DIY as well. You could be Katara's Painted Lady from The Last Airbender. This one looks so pretty and ethereal. I think that would be a really great solo costume costume. It could be any Adventure Time characters, but a couple that I haven't seen done much specifically are Ice King and the Gold or Huntress Wizard. I think that one would be really cool and pretty and fun to do. You could be Coraline's other mom, or you could be the other parents if you want a duo costume. You could be the old couple from Courage the Cowardly Dog, Muriel and Eustace, or if you want to just be like you and your dog, you could be Muriel and Courage. That would be a cute one. You could be Grandma Mare from Ponyo, you know, Ponyo's mom with the red hair. I think this one would be so pretty and so ethereal, so this one would be nice to do. You could be Emily from The Corpse Bride for something a little bit more dark but still very pretty. Starfire and Raven's a classic costume. I know it's not as like niche and underground, but I still think it's such a hot costume and perfect for a pair of baddies. You could be Brittany and Santana from Glee. This one looks pretty easy, you just need to get that cheerleader costume. You could be Ella Enchanted. This one also looks pretty easy to DIY. You just need like light blue top and skirt and a belt, and then you could also DIY the book and carry that around. You could be Gru and Lucy from Despicable Me, or you could be Gru and Minions. Minions could be a really fun group costume. We did this once with our friends for our friend's birthday and went bar hopping, and that was so fun because everyone was like yelling at us like, Minions! Banana! You could do a group costume of Shrek characters. So many classic Shrek characters you could dress up as. The Wolf, Gingy, Pinocchio, Lord Farquaad, of course, Shrek and Fiona, of course, Donkey, the Dragon. So many options you could do here. If you want to do a duo costume though, I think it would be really funny to be Fairy Godmother and Prince Charming. I know we see a lot of like Lord Farquaad and Fiona, but I think Fairy Godmother and Prince Charming would be so much funnier. You could do Napoleon Dynamite, and if you want to make it a duo costume, you could be Napoleon Dynamite and Pedro. You could be Jedediah and Octavius from Night at the Museum. I think that we're gonna do this year. I freaking love Night at the Museum. It's like one of my favorite movies. I don't know why, I just really like it. So I just love to do Jedediah and Octavius. I'm not sure which one I want to be yet, but I think that's gonna be really fun. You could do Midsommar, the big flower dress, and then if you want to make it a duo costume, you could do the big flower dress and a bear costume. You could be Lisa Frankenstein and the monster. This one would be really fun. I feel like Lisa Frankenstein was such a good movie but wasn't talked about enough. I think it's gonna become a cult classic because it was such a fun movie. You could be Pearl and a scarecrow, and this one's really funny. Me and my husband did this one too, and it's just like not what you'd expect for a couple costume. You could be Greg and Wirt from Over the Garden Wall. I want to do this one day. I think it's such a cute costume, such a comfort show, especially for the fall spooky season. You could be Roderick and Regina George, because I know there was like a whole meme of shipping them together. And I think that would be funny. You could be the No Regrets guy from We're the Millers and just like write no regrets on, have a snapback and a white tank top on. That would be a really easy one. And finally, a few more group ideas. You can do Winx Club. I always wanted to do this costume, but I don't know if my girlfriends have watched Winx Club, but I really loved this show as a kid. Musa was my favorite, of course, Asian representation. You could be Monster High. This one also looks really cute for a girl group. I feel like it's perfect for like a baddie girl group. If you have a trio, you could be the Hex Girls from Scooby-Doo. This one would be really cute too. You could be Backroom Scientists. This one's very on par for movies this year. The Bard and Bellas is another great girl group idea. Or Just Dance characters. Just Dance characters would be really fun too. I feel like you could wear maybe like a white bodysuit underneath and then have all the crazy neon colors on. That would be really fun. And of course, you have to learn the Just Dance moves. Okay, but those are all my ideas for this year. I think there were like 100 ideas that I had. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have more ideas down below in the comment section. Join my memberships for more extra content and my Discord server as well if you want to talk to other people about your Halloween costume or about fashion and hobbies in general. And if you already have a plan, let me know what you're going to be this Halloween. And I'll see you guys in the next one.